And this is KEXU 96.1 FM, Hope People's Revolutionary Radio. I'm JV, and you're listening to Free Aztlan. And also, I'm here with my co host, of course, Karena Akri Paez. Welcome back, Karena.
Gracias, Joy. Buenas noches y saludos a toda mi gente de Aztlan.
Buenas noches. And today, we're going to have a very, very, very good show. As some of the viewers and listeners know, we have a lineup today. We're going to be hearing from a Lakota elder to talk to us about ceremony, the Lakota ceremony, known as Vision Quest. Um, this is a very, this is a Lakota ceremony. In recent times, it has been used um, by a so-called Mexica group has been appropriating this ceremony, a Lakota tradition, Lakota ceremony. They've been appropriating it, and they've been doing it in a way that was very vile and very disrespectful. And they've been doing a lot of different things. So we're going to hear from this Lakota elder that talk to us about what exactly is Vision Quest, what it is, and in which way it should be performed and used. And that's very important because what we plan on doing, and this is a sister had brought this up, and I thought it was a brilliant idea of that we are going to start doing is to have ceremony. We're going to be talking about different ceremonies, and how they are conducted in the traditional way, because we feel that education, that people should understand is how these ceremonies are done that way in whatever calpulli or group that they are involved in. If the people misuse these ceremonies and do them differently, the people can be armed with the truth, and they can know, wait a minute, I heard a Lakota, I heard a Cheyenne, I heard a Mohawk, I heard these First Nations people speak about this. They didn't do it like this. Why are you telling me to get naked? Why are you telling me to bend over and do this? Why are you telling me to kneel down and put something in? Like, people need to be aware, and people are often misled. And we want to believe in ceremony. We want to believe in these leaders. We want so bad to believe in something that oftentimes, sometimes we, end up doing things that are very inappropriate, because we think we're doing what native people have done for 1,000 years, and this is total BS. So we're here to set the record straight, not in my words, not from my opinion, but from indigenous people, from natives, different First Nations peoples whose these ceremonies are adopted from. It's not my opinion. It's coming from the people themselves. And I would just say as well, I have no bitterness or hatred for individual people who were misled or abused. My focus is on the leadership of any, but in this particular case, of a certain group that was pushing this perversion, in my opinion, this bad medicine, this very, very, these bad things that they were pushing. This is my opinion. And for the people who are misled, it's very sad to me, and it's very hurtful to me that they would be misled and then think that by me speaking up to set the record straight, that I am the bad person. And it's very hurtful to me because I know that by speaking up on this topic, this is the right thing to do. And I knew that in my heart, even before I spoke to a Lakota elder. I knew it was wrong in my heart. And I don't know how I knew. I don't know if the ancestors told. I don't know. All I knew is deep in within me, I knew this was wrong and I need to stand up. And that's what I did. I didn't even know it was a Lakota ceremony. I thought it was a Mexica ceremony only because this particular calpulli, that you all know who I'm talking about, was performing this ceremony. So I thought it was a Mexica ceremony, Vision Quest. I didn't know, and I'm not pretending to know. But I knew in my heart it didn't matter if it was Mexica, what it was. If they were asking people to get naked and rubbing honey and oil on their genitals and on their naked bodies, I knew deep in my heart that was wrong under any tradition. And yeah, I didn't know about certain. Yeah, I didn't understand all of this stuff, but I did know right from wrong. And in the end, today, it's been a long journey. It's been 2 years I've been speaking out about this, and many people have doubted me. People in my life, very close to me, doubted me from the beginning. They said I was wrong. I was, people extremely close to me in my life said to my face, I was wrong. You do not understand ceremony. You're wrong. And today, after 2 years, I finally have a Lakota elder to disprove that and to show that I was right all along. I was right. And not only for this calpulli, but for everybody else, including those that were most close to me in my life at that time when I took a stand. I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud that no matter what, I did not back off this. I did not stop speaking up about it. It cost me a lot, as I've revealed in the past. It cost me a lot. It did. But I'm very proud of myself that I was willing to give up everything for what is right and what is true. And I'll always do that. I will live my life giving up everything for what is right. And I believe that that's what makes a person uh, a, man, a man of quality, right? Right.
Exactly.
So absolutely. But now, what are your thoughts, Karena, on this topic today? It's very important.
Right. Well, I think it was horrifying to learn the details of what had transpired, and especially because people come to seek healing and to seek spiritual experience, and then the abuse of authority is just as bad as what we've seen happen in the residential school system, um, you know, uh, 50 years ago, with the repercussions. Actually, the last residential school closed in 1994, I think, St. Anne's. And so while we have the backdrop of the Pope visiting Canada, and I think we're at about over 8,000 crime scenes or child graves, unmarked graves of children at residential schools in the backdrop, it's important to draw an immediate and obvious parallel to the kind of abuse that's happening here. And it's just the flip side, really. It's extremely unfortunate to see it, come from respected sources in the community. But the level of depravity, from what I heard, is makes me really proud of Joey too for having being 2 years into this. And so
Thank you.
I'm grateful that we have someone with us today that can help shed light on it.
Absolutely. And without further ado, let us introduce the sister elder, Lakota elder. Welcome, sister, to Free Aztlan.
Oh, I'm so excited to have this time with you, and I want to send a warm welcome out to all of your listeners, and I'm really hoping that we can clarify a number of different things in regards to this vision quest. I want to just make a little apology. I'm a little bit sick, um, so my nose, my cough. So please bear with me because this is really an important topic, Joey. And I'm
Oh,
so
thank you.
grateful that you want to open this discussion. I'm going to begin. I want your listeners to understand that this is a very, very old Lakota tradition, and it's one of the sacred rites of passage for a young man. They they have been performing vision quest for a very, very long time. The rules, the protocol, everything is set in place for this rite, the sacred rite of passage. It usually is tied in with sundown. Usually a young man will come forward and he must approach a medicine man. And he will at that time express that he wants to gain more spiritual knowledge by partaking in this sacred ceremony that we do known as a vision quest. So there are many things involved before you actually vision a vision quest. It's usually years of a preparation. You grow up as a young guy, and here you know that you're going to grow up, that you're going to do one of the sacred rites of the Lakota. There's 7 of them. That's one of them. So he's going to sweat. He's going to learn about that chanupa, that pipe. And then he's going to approach that elder and ask for direction so that he can gain a better clarity in his spiritual life. And that's why we do the vision quest. But it's not done just with anybody. They are our elders who follow the protocol, who get you ready, who prepare you, who put you, we say, on the hill.
Mm.
It's usually a pit. It's usually an actual pit where you will go for 4 days and you will meet with your ancestors. You will journey. And that's usually whatever holy man he has asked to be his guide will stay with him for the 4 days. So he's not going to be left entirely to his own accord. And for sure, he is not naked. There is no nakedness involved in any of this. That would be
So you're saying, sister, you're saying, just for the record, Vision Quest ceremony does not involve nudity. Am I
at
right?
all. No nudity at all. As a matter of fact, I know our people would be appalled to hear that somebody is doing a vision quest. And you know, I don't think a lot of people understand that First Nation peoples are protected, and so are our ceremonies. So the Lakota people have a team of lawyers that actually protect our ceremonies from. So
Wow.
I'll give you an example. There was a man that had traveled to Indian country and had learned those ways, Indibi, Sweat Lodge, all of that. So he went back to where he was from and he started hosting sweat lodges where there was, in fact, asked a stipend. So there was money exchange going on for you to go and be doctored by these individuals. And I'll just fast forward it. 2 women died in the sweat lodge. So he was interpreting it that there was some sort of a demon. Non-Indian, was a non-Indian. I don't know if he was. He was not indigenous. He didn't
Right.
have a direct connection to a tribe. He was not a tribal member. Anyway, those 2 women died. Those
Wow.
women died. It's been about 20 years now. And anybody can research it. It was the 2 women who died in Arizona after being taken into a sweat lodge. So
Oh, I think I heard of it.
we've never heard of such a thing of people dying, people. And a lot of times people from other tribes will try to incorporate Lakota ways into their ceremony. And so it's a one thing, because as I understand, I tried to do a little research, and I understand there is a Mexica, the danzantes do, and the brothers from the South do a ceremony, but it's not called the vision quest. It's not crying for a vision. It's not a Lakota ceremony. So even to use that terminology, the vision quest is really against our Indian law. They can't. By law, they can't do it. They would definitely shut down NARF, which is Native Americans Rights Fund, which is located here in Boulder, Colorado. They oversee everything with land, oil, mineral, water, for all the First Nations people. So you know what? I am sure this is going to get back to a couple of people, but it's because of the things that they're incorporating into the ceremony that the Lakota people don't do. So they're misrepresenting the entire ceremony. To be truthful with you, and so it's actually a violation of Indian law.
Wow.
Of our religion, our spirit, our ceremonies are protected, Joey, by law.
Yeah.
Our ceremonies are protected by law, so this is not good.
Wow.
So the Hamblechka, you say Hamblechka.
Hamblechka.
And Lakota, yes, that's how we say a vision quest. So it's tied in directly with the sundowns.
Wow.
So it's like unheard of to hear that somebody is doing a vision quest without preparing for sundowns, which follows right after. So the vision quest and the sundowns go hand in hand. It's about that season now. They're getting ready now back home, and they will be hosting the vision quest in connection with our sundances.
Wow.
So we do know that there are a lot of different so-called indigenous people that consider themselves indigenous, but I can tell you that because our ceremonies are in fact protected, I don't know. I don't understand the nudity.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. It would be like going in a sweat lodge and we're all going to go naked.
Wow.
We live in a day and age of a lot of sick people.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Maybe long time ago, the men would do that, because long time ago, men and women did not sweat together.
Yeah.
So
and let me ask you this, sister, is, let's talk about even, let's talk about a slightly different subject. In ceremony, in Lakota ceremony, like the Vision Quest, let's talk about even, we're not even referring to the nudity, which we just heard is completely wrong, completely disrespectful to the Lakota people, misrepresentation of their ceremony. But how about even the fact of the opposite sex of men touching in any way? It doesn't matter if it's agua florida, it doesn't matter if it's honey, if it's chocolate, it don't matter if it's caramel or if it's baby oil, of a man in a ceremony rubbing anything on a woman's naked, but anything. It doesn't matter if it's incense or it's holy water from the Catholic Church, anything. Is that ever permissible?
No.
On naked bodies of women?
It's not.
Wow.
It's not. I'm even embarrassed for
I know.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
I'm even embarrassed. Yeah.
I'm sorry for even asking that, sister, and I know, and I'm embarrassed asking that. But when you have people that are, vehemently, they are standing up and telling me this is ceremony. It's okay for this person to put agua florida on my naked butt. When there are people saying that, I am forced to ask this ridiculous question, this embarrassing question, and you have men and women saying, I didn't feel, violated. He rubbed this on our bodies, but this is Vision Quest. I'm so sorry and embarrassed to ask, but I had to clarify the situation, because I was told I don't know. You don't know ceremony. You don't know. And I'm sorry, but I had to ask. And for the record, sister, you said at no time is it okay for the opposite sex to put their hands, whether it's holy water, whether it's Crisco cooking oil, or whatever it is, at no time can they rub anything, even touch the naked woman, a man, in any way is completely disrespectful of ceremony. Am I
Judge, I
correct?
would even wonder why such a protocol would take place. Everything that happens in ceremony is for a reason. Everything, including the way you turn, the way you would accept the pipe, the way you go, everything has a reason. So I don't understand why somebody would be naked. Number one, in ceremony, that would be ridiculous. Who would want a vision quest naked?
Yeah.
There are too many sickles out there. I would be questioning my nakedness.
Yes.
And why I would even allow that to happen, because there are too many people, Joy, are in such a need of spiritual guidance. Everybody, we're having an awakening, a consciousness awakening, and I think all that's wonderful, a spiritual awakening. I think it's been long overdue, but you know what? You cannot disrespect the First Nations people by incorporating their sacred ceremonies into your ceremony and making it your own. Because
Sister,
that's basically what they're doing. Oh, we're having a vision quest, and this is how we're doing it. And we don't mean nothing bad by this. As we're, I don't even know why if they would put anything on the body. What would be the purpose? You're not sun tanning.
Yeah.
It's not like you're sun tanning, or it's not like you're because there's no food and no water during them 4 days while you're doing your vision quest.
Yeah.
And then upon ending at the end of 4 days, the elders come and get you. They come and get you, and they take you immediately into Sweat Lodge, where you will be given water, and then after lodge, then you come out, and then you'll get to eat. And then you talk with the medicine man that you assigned to help you, and then he interprets what has happened. You tell him what you saw, what you didn't see, what you heard. Because you're going to be out there with you and the Creator, not you. And so if you have something sticky on you, could you imagine the bugs?
all that honey and oil,
all that chocolate and all that baby oil and Vaseline. I don't know, but sister, let me ask you this, sister, and let me just ask.
Have them all over the body.
I know.
You would never do that.
I know, sister, but let me ask you this. In this particular situation that I'm focusing on, and what they did is when they brought him down off the hill, they took him up on the hill and they told him, take your clothes off, open up your robe or what have you, and they're standing there naked. This weirdo then rubs honey and whatever his personal secret sauce. He rubs his secret sauce on their naked bodies. But then after they're up on the hill for 3 days or 4 days, then they bring them down. And then this pervert then took them into one by one into a little enclosed area with the fire going. Nobody's in there but him. And at that point, this pervert then tells them to disrobe again, and they're the only two people in there.
Right.
And at this point, he pulls out his honey and his secret sauce again, and does his thing in there. and that lasted, according to one victim that or survivor that I spoke to, that lasted 30 minutes. 30 minutes of who knows what in there, naked and doing his thing with his hands. So my point is, at any point, again, going back to Vision Quest from a Lakota perspective, the people who originated this ceremony, at any point when they come down off the hill, are they to get naked and be touched in any way naked by anybody?
No.
Wow.
We don't do no naked.
And this is after 3 days of not eating,
because
right?
women don't have anything to do with that. So there are certain protocols where it's the men.
So it's not supposed to be women.
Not include the women, yeah. So the women
Wow.
there helping, unless it was like your son.
Yeah.
I think those would be the exception. If my husband had passed away, if there was a death with an elder, and the boy decided that here it was time for him to take his place, and those are the steps that we take for him to take his place within the family. I could see the mother coming, but as far as a woman putting him on the hill, or because the whole purpose of him to Vision Quest is to cry for that help, cry for that awareness, that, and it's not supposed to be told to the whole world. It's supposed to be interpreted by a holy man who will, in fact, share what your experience was, what you share with them. So not everybody has the vision.
Yeah.
So not everybody is gifted that way. Some won't. Some will come down and say nothing happened. I got bit up. I got bit. I've seen the kids do that.
Sister?
So you know what? And then on the flip side of that, I've seen some kids come, and it's really changed their lives because of the instruction that was provided to them by the elders. So when there's no instruction, because I would be questioning. I mean, that's almost like critical thinking.
Right.
Exactly.
And say,
right.
What are you putting on me?
Right.
Why?
Right.
What's the purpose of that? What's the purpose of what you're doing? And then the other thing too is that if they go directly into lodge, we don't have that Hambleshka without the lodge. As soon as he comes off the hill after 4 days, he's taken into a sweat lodge immediately. And that's purification. That's our purification. So they're going to take him into lodge. And at that time, it's not with a bunch of people. It's him and the medicine man.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, he can choose to share it with him. And then the old man can make recommendations about what he should be doing to go forward in his life.
Mm.
So,
Sister,
you know what? I've never heard of such a thing, Joey. That's why I agreed to this time with you, because it definitely needs to be clarified. And you know what? Any one of us can get online and do a little research about the 7 rights of the Lakota Sioux. Many authors from long time ago to the modern day that clearly spell out exactly what the Lakota people are doing, their interpretation and their intention.
Right.
So I see a misrepresentation of the actual ceremony.
Yeah.
He's just incorporating whatever he's doing. So I just can't believe that people can become blind. Like,
it's horrible.
Just follow. Oh, I'm gonna do what you say.
Yeah.
Sometimes even spiritual people.
Yeah, but I agree.
I
And sister, we're running out of time here, but sister had a question real quick.
Just to close, what would be your admonition or warning to the people who are misusing ceremony? Do you have any words for them?
I would say that, you know what, there could be a team of lawyers that could be on their way to meet the elder.
Ooh.
And then I think maybe then at that time they would understand that they're doing something that's not legal, that our ceremonies are in fact protected.
Wow.
So you cannot you cannot do a Lakota ceremony if you are not a Lakota.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Well, thank you, sister. And we've run out of time, but I just want to say thank you very much for the medicine. And this is medicine. People talk about throw the word medicine around a lot, but your words, your palabras that you gave us today are medicine to heal our community that has been harmed, has been abused by a certain group, and I won't say their name, but the listeners know who they are. And sister, your words, your Lakota medicine that you've just shared with us is going to heal Aztlan. It's going to heal the people here in the Chicano nation who are in battle, and it's a spiritual battle as well, I believe, because this is bad medicine. This is bad medicine that they're doing. But we've run out of time, sister. I just want to thank you on behalf of Aztlan and all of indigenous people here in Calif Aztlan. Thank you, sister, for sharing the Lakota medicine. And we will talk with you once again.
Thank
You're
you, sister.
welcome. Thank you, Joy, for having me.
Thank you. Thank you, sister. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. And we're going to take a short break. We're going to be taking a short break and listen to this song. And it's very, very befitting. This is from our brother Aztlan Native. It's called Chicano Power. And I believe that what we are witnessing today is Chicano Power, where we are changing and fighting oppression. We're fighting the reactionaries and the oppressors, even within our nation. So here it is.
Thanks for that, Q. Were you guys hearing that cracking, or was that a...
Yeah. Can we call another number off that phone, brother?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's because that microphone, ain't the best.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just cracking a little bit,
707?
but if maybe we can move it. It was sound better towards the end of it.
707
Yeah. 849
849.
2508.
I don't know if you want to play with the cable.
Hmm?
I don't know if you want to play with that cable, so that can't hear.
Hello?
Hey, brother, is this Angel?
Yes, it is, bro.
All right, brother. We're going to bring you on right now in like 5 minutes.
Okay. You want me to just be on hold?
Yeah, just stay right where you're at, and then I'll introduce you in a few. You want me to introduce you as Angel or?
Yeah.
Okay, Angel of Chicano Styles, right?
Yeah, Chicano Style MC from Santa Rosa, bro.
Got it. All right, brother. I'll bring you on in a minute.
All right, got 1 minute.
Hello?
All right, 15 seconds.
And we're back here at KEXU 96.1 FM. We heard a very powerful palabras from the Lakota sister in medicine as well. And yeah, and so we, my final words on that would just be that it's very important that we make sure that before we go into ceremony, we should probably research it, right, Karina?
Exactly. I mean, there's no reason to go along with something like that. I mean, every fiber of your being has got to scream something is wrong when something like what we've described happens to you. It's really tragic.
It's really tragic. So, we're going to continue to share other ceremonies as well. But this one was, needed. There was a lot that has occurred. There's a certain group, and I'm not going to say their name because they continue to cry and, threaten lawsuits and stuff. So, well, I'm not going to say their name, but everybody knows this perverted so-called calpulli that I'm talking about, and I continue, and they know what I'm saying is true, and they're about to find out because this is coming from a Lakota. This sister said, they're misusing the Lakota ceremonies. They're misusing for their own perversion, and I don't care who it is in this leadership. I don't care what part of the pig plantation slave mentality witness protection program having perversion, registered sex offender protecting. I don't care where they're coming from. They're wrong. And and we're going to continue to fight and challenge those who oppose justice. And in this case, we are doing it for the future generations of our people who not just practice danza, but want to be free from weirdos and and free from people touching on them when they shouldn't have to. So this is a topic we're going to continue to tackle until this particular group is done, until it's gone. We're not going to tolerate predators in our community. We don't do that. We will not do that, and can't stop, won't stop. And and so those who know me know it ain't stopping. It ain't stopping until it's done. Until the gun tower shoots. I don't stop. I just keep going. And that's how I do it. So we're going to continue on this topic until the people get justice, until this group is shut down, until this pervert is not allowed to harm our community again. And for the doubters, those, and they know who they are, and they're probably listening, those who doubted me from the beginning, you heard it yourself from the Lakota Elder. It was wrong. It's wrong. That's not ceremony. We don't do that. We don't do that in ceremonies. Very sacred. And we take our sacredness and our ceremony very, very seriously. It's gravely serious. So, with that being said, we're going to get to the next interview. This is an important one. We have the Chicano Style Motorcycle Club. And we also have on the line Brother Angel. He's from Chicano Styles of Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa,
right?
yeah.
Absolutely. And Angel, welcome to Free Aztlan, brother.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your show, my brother. Gracias.
Yeah, thank you, brother. And I just want to start the interview by asking, the name of your bike club is Chicano Styles Motorcycle Club. Beautiful name, love that. And I just want to ask you, why was it important to have a motorcycle club with the name Chicano Styles? Why is it important to you, brother?
Well, brother, first let me start by saying that it's Chicano Style, no styles.
Chicano Style.
Chicano Style MC. Yeah, my brother, we just, motorcycle clubs out there, representing different race, creed, whatever they represent, bro. But we really didn't have nothing here in Northern California to represent the gente from Northern California. So, we had to come up with the title that represented us as a people here in the Bay Area, and we have our founder's name is Paul Martinez. He's out of San Jose. He's the one that founded this club. I believe it was like 15, 16 years ago, my brother.
Wow. Yeah. That's a long time. And let me say this, like, there's a lot of bike clubs, there's a lot of motorcycle clubs out there. And, let's just be honest. There's a lot of white biker motorcycle clubs, a lot of white bikers, and and I'm not a biker, brother, but I tell you what, I do love the bikes. I've been on a couple, and if I were to join a club, as a Chicano man, there's no way that I would join a white biker club. Like, hell no. I don't even want to be around them folks, much less, be in their club. So, but let me ask you, brother, that's just me, my personal opinion, but, and why did you choose? Because obviously you could have chose a lot of motorcycle clubs. Why did you choose Chicano Style rather than join one of these well-established, big, huge, international mostly white biker clubs? Why did you choose Chicano Style rather than joining a white motorcycle club, brother?
Well, bro, like they say, get in where you fit in, right?
Yeah.
And the brothers in San Jose, bro, they represented us exactly as they represented themselves exactly like I would want to represent myself. So when I saw them, the pride, not only that, but our vest or our cut, you know what I mean? It's the patch is on there.
It's beautiful.
It's part of the Mexican eagle along with the United Farm Worker eagle. It's a mixture of both.
Okay.
And we have in honor of a few people like Cesar Chavez, Cuauhtemoc, you know what I mean, on our vest. So it was just something, bro, that screamed out culture for me. You know what I mean? And it was important, these other clubs, bro, I don't really know much about them, but I will tell you this, bro, we're a family club. So meaning that we put family first. There's I don't know if you know the term one percenter.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of one percenters out there, bro, and this was a family club. So this is what really attracted me to it. The vest itself, the way the brothers carried it, also, you know what I mean, and the fact that it's a family club, bro. So we tell people, you put this club in your life wherever you want it to fit in. It's not everything. We're all about familia primero. That's, you know what I mean?
I love that, brother. Absolutely. Yeah, that's what's up.
The güeros, people do their thing, but get your money, bro. Do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? But we're doing it a little different, bro. We're in our own lane. It is a slow lane, you know what I mean? Because we're not 1%. We're just cruising low and slow, back to our own tune, not disrespecting nobody.
Yeah.
Not being disrespected, bro. It's a good thing.
I love that. And you're doing it just like your name says, Chicano style,
So I'll ask the obvious question then. What does Chicano style refer to the aesthetic of the bike at all? And if so, what is the Chicano style of bikes look like?
That's a good, how we do our lowriders, right? We go all out.
Yes.
Lowriders, we bring that same energy towards the bikes. Most of us have eights on our bikes along with the fishtails. So some of these guys spend thousands and thousands of dollars on their paint jobs, getting stuff airbrushed. You can tell. When somebody's riding one of our bikes, for the most part, you can tell. Hey, that's Rata right there behind that. Put outfits on our seats. Some of us, you know what I mean. We figure out a way to add our heritage, our culture into this motorcycle. So you can definitely tell. Most of us ride with 8s, 16s, 18s. We have airbags on them. We lower them also, like you would a car.
Oh wow. I love that.
So that's not something that you see in a lot of other clubs,
Yeah, that's beautiful, brother. And and I do see Chicano bikers on the road, and I love the way the bikes look way better than them other the white bikers. I don't like their style. I'm sorry, but that's just me. But I do like the Chicano style of Chicano bikers. I think it's a beautiful thing that you guys have the name right there, representing. It's so beautiful when, especially in a time when so many people are trying to distance themselves from their Chicano identity. They're trying to assimilate and blend in with other people, and you guys are like, no, this is who we are, and we're bikers, but we're Chicano style. But I love that, brother. And let me ask you, you guys been out about 15 years. Let me ask you, what kind of events do you guys usually do? You guys do any kind of events, any kind of fundraisers, and if so, what for?
Absolutely, brother. We've actually done events to support the United Farm Workers, and all our proceeds go towards the United Farm Workers right here in Santa Rosa.
Mhm.
That was one that we here in Santa Rosa did a few years back to back. We haven't done it, COVID kicked in, so we kind of slowed down a little bit, but that's usually one of our main events that we do for the United Farm Workers, to support them. But we also have an oyster run, but every year we do a run, just to bring the raza out here, to have the people something to do for
I
us.
love that.
Get together, bump some oldies, listen to some good music,
Yeah.
a little bit of food,
Hell yeah.
Can you invite us?
Yeah. Can you invite us, brother?
The oyster run is coming up here in July 30th.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Frozen.
We'll be there, bro.
If anybody listening, but just get at us on our social media. But we have a Instagram page and a Facebook
Oh,
Okay.
page.
good.
You can see the flyers, But not only that, but we've also had a brother who had actually it was a friend of a brother who had testicular cancer, and we did a ballsy run to raise money for him, to help him out with this, medical expenses and whatnot. So we try to support each other in any way, shape, or form that we can. But
Oh, good. Yeah.
we have a brother that just went down, bro. He got bumped off the road and he lost his leg. So right now we're trying to figure out, scramble how to raise money for him and stuff to help him out.
Okay. Well, let us know on that one when you guys get your fundraiser out. We'll announce it on the air and help. We got a pretty good reach on social media as well, so we can help get the word out. But and so, is there any upcoming? What's your guys' next? Is that the next one that you guys are going to be working on, the fundraiser? Okay.
So
Yeah.
the oyster, brother, the oyster run here in Santa Rosa on July 30th is our very next event that we're gonna have.
And
And
okay.
I said I can shoot you the information through social media, brother,
Absolutely.
and then you know what I mean. You can put it out there,
Yeah, we'll post
Absolutely.
it.
Or, you don't have to ride, but if you want to ride, that's fine. But if you want to meet us at the end spot where we, hang out with us, you know what I mean.
Okay.
People join us with lowriders,
Yeah.
motorcycles. You know what I mean?
That'll be beautiful, brother. We love lowriders,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, we'll be there. Absolutely. And let me just ask too, is Chicano Styles, is there women members or just is it mostly men?
No, it's a gentleman's club, brother. So,
Oh,
right
okay.
now, you know what I mean. I mean, we're not close to any, we're not going to be close to anything. I mean, you never know, but if the women want to create something to ride along with us,
Chicana style.
Yeah.
Chicana style. Maybe Karena was
I obviously I was meant for this. Yeah.
But that's it. No, it's beautiful, brother, that you guys have that. It's like a fraternal group. I love the idea of Raza getting together to do anything positive because, as you know, in the media, they only paint the bad stuff that our people do. So it's beautiful to see Raza get together and do something positive, especially help others. I mean, and I have to support that as well. But let's say, brother, if there's people out there, listeners, that what do you guys have chapters, by the way, across the U.S. or mostly in Aztlan in the Southwest, or where is it?
Right, but we get calls from other states, but right now we're just right here in California.
Okay.
We get calls from Southern California that we're checking out. But right now we have a chapter, our mother chapter, which is San Jose, Then we
Oh,
have a
that's what's
chapter
up.
in Madera. Then
Okay.
we have a chapter in Stockton,
Oh,
one right here in Santa Rosa. And then Los Baños is kind of going through, you know what I mean, trying to establish something there as well.
okay.
Los Baños.
Well, my hometown is San Jose as well, so I love that the mother chapter is in San Jose, and I'm gonna be on the lookout for them too. I haven't ran into you all out there, but if there's a listener out there wherever they're at, and they want to get a hold of you all and try to learn how they can support you or join you or what have you, do you have any contact information?
No, brother. As far as phone numbers, we really don't put that out there. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
I wouldn't feel comfortable putting my phone
Right.
number out there. But we have a Facebook, but we have
Oh,
an
perfect.
Instagram, which is Chicano Style MC. If you just type that up, even on the internet, it will pop up right there, and you can get at us through that. You know,
Okay.
and if anybody, we're open to anybody and everybody. But all you
Oh.
gotta do is number one, be a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So without a bed, be a good man. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it takes, brother. Just get to know you. You know, we don't do no prospecting, so you don't have to worry about trying to polish bikes or do grunt work. That's not our get down.
Yeah.
You know, all we want to do is get to know you, make sure you're a solid individual, and then that's it, bro. Just put a little bit of time with us, hang out with us. And,
That's beautiful, and I love that you guys don't do prospect, because for some people that don't know the biker culture, a lot of groups they have this thing that prospect, and they send them to go get beer and hey, go bring us some women. They just send them to do ridiculous stuff, and they have to do it for a period of time in order to become a member. It's just ridiculous, like they're in some kind of sorority or something. But you all, I love the fact that you guys don't do that. You guys don't humiliate each other and do that. You just, hey, spend time, let us get to know you, and that's that. So, all right, so you heard it there. Yeah.
so, bro, just so you know, we don't knock anybody's get down, bro. It's just not our get down.
Right.
And
Yeah,
Other
absolutely.
people want to do it, that's on them, bro. It's just not the way we get down, bro.
Right,
So,
yeah. No,
all
absolutely.
subs out there.
And I love that. That's what I love, because I would love that. But so for the record, the people that want to learn more, support the Chicano Style bikers, that they can go on Facebook, they can look at, or Instagram, Chicano Style MC, and it'll pop up, message them, and link up with them, especially if you're in northern or central Cali, Khalifa Aztlan. Go ahead and reach out to them, because as they said, this is a family biker club and motorcycle club, and it's not, this is a family thing. So we love that. We love family stuff here at Free Aztlan, by the way. So thank you, brother. We appreciate you coming on, and we're just almost out of time. We have a few more minutes. Is there anything else, brother, that you would like to say about the Chicano Style Motorcycle Club, or to the people listening? What do you want them to know about your club, brother?
Bro, I just want them to know that for us, we have a thing called PSFB, which is Peace, Friendship, Family, and Brotherhood, bro. And that's what it's about. You know what I mean? See us out on the road, honk. You know what I mean? We want to see people, you know what I mean, honking, having a good time with us, brother. And look out for bikers, bro. Not just Chicano bikers. Any out there on two wheels, brother.
Absolutely, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
It's it's dangerous out there for you all. So you're right.
Bro. We're on two wheels, bro. We're on two wheels.
That's it.
It doesn't take much to knock us off the road. You know what I mean? But I love what you're doing right here, brother. You know what I mean? Support
Thank you, brother.
That's what we're about, bro. And know this, we're Chicano Style, bro. Because we got a couple of güeros in here. We got a Puerto Rican in here, bro.
Okay.
It's not only, raza mexicanos or
we
got a little bit of everything.
That's what's up,
Everybody
brother.
loves Chicano Style.
Everybody. Yeah, absolutely. And just like in Japan, brother, they got Chicano, culture out there as well. And we love that. We love people who embrace the Chicano culture. Anybody. And we all have grown up with people in the neighborhoods who may not have been Chicano, but their heart was Chicano. So with that being said, brother, I just want to thank you, and I love what you guys are doing 100%. and I will always support you all in any fundraiser, any time, brother. I'm gonna keep in touch with you as well. And thank you for sharing the story of your club, brother.
Absolutely, my brother. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us as well, my brother. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Maybe we'll see you at the oyster run.
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on now, don't. Come on.
Thank
Let's
you.
make it happen.
We'll be there. We'll be there. Absolutely. With that being said, thank you, brother. Absolutely. And this is KEXU. And before we go, Karena, what are your last thoughts on what transpired today on this show? What do you think?
My hope is that the people who have experienced some of the treatment at this calpulli that we have spoken about before, my hope is that they will hopefully find the information that was shared today to help them come to a better understanding of what happened, and that will hopefully help to color their understanding of what happened to them, and hopefully that they will find it in some way healing to have listened to it.
Oh, beautiful words as always. Thank you so much for your being here and contributing to Free Aztlan.
Sure.
And I'll just say on the air, I really appreciate your presence and being a co-host with me.
Thank
really
you,
really
Joey.
appreciate you.
It's been
Absolutely.
great. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay. And with that being said, I want to just say to all the people out there, the victims of this certain calpulli, we are still fighting. We're in the trenches. We are going to obtain victory for you and for Aztlan. That being said, oh Mateo.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
That was another great.